Pomona Valley's live stream Sunday service this first Sunday in 2000, what year is it?
26.
26. I remember waiting, I didn't think 1984 would ever get here. I think that came and went.
You made it out through the rain. Good.
Yes, thank you, brave souls that have weathered the rain, and we've had a little technical difficulty. And for our services today, we have new bulletins, so I hope you pick up a new bulletin. And we also are doing letters to God, and so we have letters and envelopes in the back table for you to use for that. We're starting a new series this month for about 3 months, coming right up to Easter, and it's on Unity's 12 powers. I think we're the only one that has the 12 powers the way we have them, although there's lots of systems of understanding. Understanding ourselves and developing ourselves. So this is going to be fun, and I have invited guest speakers for many of the weeks, for the weeks in January, and I've got a list of people that I am going to be asking or have asked for February and March. So it should be a lot of fun for us. Let's see, the song we're starting out with is This Little Light of Mine. Remember singing that as a kid? Any of you sing this?
Yes.
I think it's universal. And I have some words that you may not have heard or you may have heard, but I invite you. Julie, are you ready?
I am ready.
Let's get some energy into this
All
song.
right. Are
Okay,
you ready to let your little light shine?
we are
All
ready.
right. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Out of the darkest night, I'm gonna let it shine. Out of the darkest night, I'm gonna let it shine. Out of the darkest night, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Down in my soul, I'm gonna let it shine. Down in my soul, I'm gonna let it shine. Deep down in my soul, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it
So,
Funny.
thank you, Judy. You are on today.
I had 2 cups of coffee.
There you go. That's the key, huh? That is the key.
More coffee. I like the
Okay.
picture of Mother Teresa, her lit light
Well,
shining all the time.
look at those. Do you recognize some of those people?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Earhart, Franklin, Keller,
Yep. Bethune,
I don't know her.
African American.
I got
Yeah.
so who's behind you? Cesar Chavez, the Dalai Lama, and Maria.
Azim Kamisa.
Oh, is that
It's the first one. Yeah, that's Azim. Yeah, and Mother Teresa. Yep. But they all, and so many more. Who would you name? Just let your light.
Is that Ben Franklin up there
It is.
with the glasses on?
It is. A lot of people.
Miss Piggy. No.
Miss Piggy let her light shine.
Yeah.
Well, he was such a genius. What the guy?
Henson.
Pardon?
Henson.
Hanson. Yes, Hanson was such a genius, and he did, and his light still shines and affects so many people. And so, let us begin with prayer. I invite you to let my words be your words. I still myself as I let myself relax in the chair that I'm sitting in. I turn my attention within, withdrawing it from the outer world and finding amazing things that go on within my being. As I let my awareness float freely through my being, I find that there are places that light up in what I might have thought was a dark inner space, and yet there is light. I might bring my awareness to my third eye, between my two eyes in my forehead, and I might notice that there is light there. I might allow my awareness to move through different places in my head or my brain, and I may find inner light radiating. It may just feel like a tiny trickle of light, or it may be a full sun of light. I let my awareness move down to my throat and notice there is even light there. I go to my heart center and notice the light in my heart. I drop down and find different places to my solar plexus where the sun in me shines. And notice if I see light there. Again, no judgment, just a notice where light shines the brightest in me. Down through various centers in my reproductive area, in my elimination area, noticing where light shines. As I pay attention to my inner light, I might notice that it can grow brighter as I work and develop different areas of my being. You may find that sometimes my whole body is filled with light. I may notice that that light can radiate out through my pores, through my skin, out into the world and touch people. Remind people of their own light. And so this day and this year, I do all I can to open up my light centers, to let my light not hide under a bushel basket, but to open and spread in my own unique way to make a difference not only in my life, not only in the lives around me, but to know that those rays of light that come out from me may touch people I may never know, that may help lift up the consciousness of the world in amazing ways. And so it is. Amen. Let us now sing the Lord's Prayer. Julie, it is so good to hear your beautiful voice and to see that you have new energy this new year. Thank you.
I just remember 2 cups of coffee. I think that's what
I think it's more than 2 cups of coffee, actually.
it is.
I think it's a
Just
new
more than 2
Julie,
cups of coffee.
healed and whole and ready to go. So we invite you to join us for our fellowship and food after church in our room off to the side here. And I want to thank those who brought food or are bringing food. And anyone can sign up to bring food or just bring it. Either way, it all works together. Our Unity Meditation starts again after the holidays this Wednesday, and the 4:30 to 5:30 time is seeming to work, even for people that are not in this time zone. So that's kind of nice to have some new people join us. Anyone can join. Compassionate Pomona is this Thursday at 10 a.m. On Zoom again, and again, I hope you will join us for that. And we're continuing this month. The Claremont Center for Spiritual Living is continuing to have this opening the heart, sharing and support and prayer for chaotic times circle work. And it's been very powerful. Jackie and I have been coming. And it is going to be on January 14th at 6:30 p.m. here in the chapel. So if you are interested in coming, or if you need a ride and you live anywhere near me, let me know, and maybe I'm driving better at night than I used to be able to do. So, miracles happen, right?
Yeah.
Thank you, God.
Vision is a miracle all the way.
Vision is a miracle. Hearing is a miracle. All our senses we're a miracle, right? Everything about us. So one of the things that we get to do this month, besides working with our 12 powers, is we have different guests. And one of our guests is my longtime friend, Ruth Brody Sharon. I've known her since about 2007. She's a Jewish interfaith leader that lives in the LA area. She has won so many awards and so many things. She's an author, a filmmaker, a journalist, and now she's a playwright and a songwriter, because Spirit just uses her. It's just amazing, when you open yourself up. Well, it's not about being a Christian or being a Jew or being a Muslim or being a Buddhist. It's about being human and spiritual at the same time, and opening up. And this is what she's done. She's going to come and share her story on the 18th when she talks about faith and her crisis in faith in this walk that she took. She has been invited to bring her play that she has been working on for 10 years. Well, over 10 years, because in 2015 at the Parliament of the World Religions, she was playing some of the music, and she said she needed money to help produce that. And she said, I remember you, Jan, just running down the aisle, waving your hand and saying, I'll give $1,000. Well, I hardly had $1,000 to give, but I did. because I feel like interfaith work is so important to bring the world together. And so she may tell you that story again, but she's delightful, and so she's going to be here for our service on the 18th, as well as then she'll eat with us, and then at 3 we're inviting the greater interfaith groups to come and to be here and to hear her story, and she wants input from them about how they feel about having an interfaith musical off Broadway and maybe on Broadway. And so she's also going to be taking any donations that will come her way. That same day, our Baha'i friend Elmitra Henderson is having her soul connection at 5 o'clock here. So we'll go from Ruth to the soul connection circle, where we each can bring a prayer, or a song, or a thought to share in the circle. And that's lovely too. One of the things that our Pomona Unified Community Schools are asking for is warm clothing for our families. And so I need to get a box. I think we can use the toy box in our room and bring sweaters, and they don't need to be new, they can be. If you see stuff on sale, really reduced after Christmas, you might want to pick something up. But sweaters, jackets, and coats is what they're asking for. And it can be gently used. So if anybody has some, I need to go through my clothes and weed out what I don't wear and give those as well. So please help with that. And we continue, Ruth, with the food, right? Food
Yes.
collections for
Yes.
the Claremont UCC Church, and also a number of backpacks and lunch boxes and hygiene products, and plain colored polo shirts for the kids in school, so at all different sizes. And I said you could see, those of you who have a bulletin will see in the bulletin what the next 3 Sundays are going to be, but Drac is going to be here next week talking about wisdom, and the next week Ruth will be talking about accepting crisis in faith, and then Dr. Richard Rose, who's been with us several times, is going to be here talking about MLK and other masters and the power of our words. Our words are power and have power. So then that's just the beginning. So next month we'll see. I've asked Connie to speak, and there will be others. So let us know that we are blessed. And let us say our affirmation that's on the screen as Liz passes the basket. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all I am, all I give, all I do, and all that I receive. And so it is. As I asked Jackie to come up to read the daily word, I do have another announcement, and that is today is a special day. It is my son's 50th birthday.
Oh,
Ben Chase
that's not.
was born 50 years ago. It's hard to imagine
What you were doing 50
what I was doing. I was pushing, and it wasn't working. So
And it was a son. Your husband was probably happy.
it was a son. Oh, we're happy with anything, any child we have. We are delighted with that. So just wish Ben a happy birthday. I asked him if I could do that. Oh, I'm out of order. I am out of
I
order.
think you are. but
So go ahead and
Shall I
sit.
read it anyway or wait?
No, wait, because we've got a song.
Oh, a song.
No, we're in order, Jackie. I'm confused. It's here.
It's here. There it is. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
The word for today is prosperity. I rise above material concerns as I claim my prosperity. No matter the shifting fortunes of the world or my life, I can still live prosperously. When I feel troubled by my circumstances, I have the power to shift my consciousness and align with spiritual truth. Realizing I am heir to the world's abundance fills me with gratitude. God is limitless and there is no lack in God. As Jesus taught in the 12th chapter of Luke, it is your Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom. I meditate on this scripture until I begin to feel the divine idea of prosperity take root in my consciousness. I practice responsible stewardship of my material resources, and I place my trust in God and rely upon spiritual truth to feel the fullness of my prosperity. I affirm, I am prosperous. And from Psalm 37:11, but the meek shall inherit the land and delight themselves in abundant prosperity.
And so it is. Thank you, Jackie. And as we work with these 12 powers, I think we will see ourselves more prosperous in every way. It's not just about things and money, but friendships and meaningful work and all kinds of things are a part of the prosperity that we come into. And since this is a new year, I chose an old song out of our hymnal, and it is on 221, and it's a special day. So, Julie.
All right, are you guys ready?
Yes.
All right, this is a good one. Something is occurring, something is observing, something of the Spirit blesses me today. Energies are forming, totally transforming, something of the Spirit blesses me today. It's a special day, it's a special day. I can feel it deeply in a special way. It's a special day, it's a special day. I can feel it deeply in a special way. Knowledge is provided, I am being guided. Something of the Spirit blesses me today. I have perfect healing to the good I need. Something of the Spirit blesses me today. It's a special day, it's a special day. I can feel it deeply in a special way. It's a special day, it's a special day. I can feel it deeply in a special way. I am something lasting, through what I'm expressing. Something of the Spirit, gloriously good. Every world ceases, all truth increases. Something of the Spirit blesses me today. It's a special day, it's a special day. I can feel it deeply in a special way. It's a special day, it's a special day. I can feel it deeply in a special way.
Thank you. Do you feel it?
Yes.
A buzz, right? That inner buzz.
I think that tune is also known as Bringing in the Sheaves.
Oh, is it the same,
Yeah.
but much faster? That's on steroids.
Which is also about harvesting.
That's right.
Harvesting.
It is harvesting. Yes. Yes. So, today we are looking at opening to our vision for 2026 with our letters to God, which will come during our meditation time, and an overview of our 12 powers that will prepare us for the weeks that are going to follow, with emphasis on each particular power or faculty or innate ability that we have in these various places. I want to start off with a story. Do any of you know the name Anthony DeMilo? He is a Catholic priest that's written quite a bit and is an amazing brain, amazing teacher. And he has, I found online, I have some of his books, but these were online, so all I had to do was copy and paste them. And this is one of his stories. Noticing that his father was growing old, the son of a burglar said, "Father, teach me your trade so that when you retire, I may carry on the family tradition." The father did not reply, but that night he took the boy along with him to break into a house. Once inside, he opened the closet and asked his son to find out what was inside. No sooner had the lad stepped in than the father slammed the door shut and bolted it, making such a noise that in the process that the whole household was awakened. Then he himself slipped away quietly. Inside the closet, the boy was terrified, angry, puzzled as to how he was going to make his escape. Then an idea came to him, and he began to make a noise like a cat. Whereupon a servant lit a candle and opened the closet to let the cat out. The boy jumped out as soon as the closet door opened, and everyone gave chase. Observing a well beside the road, he threw a large stone into the well and hid in the shadow. Then he stole away while his pursuers peered into the depths of the well, hoping to see the burglar down there. Back home again, the boy forgot his anger in his eagerness to tell his story. But his father said, "Why tell me the tale? You are here. That is enough. You have learned the trade."
Oh.
So, there are a number of lessons in this story. And what do you notice? What might you learn from this story? Yes, Arthur.
Sometimes when we think we should do something, but somehow we end up doing something else, maybe that's what was supposed to happen.
Maybe. He thought it was going to be learning as a certain way, right?
Yeah.
His father would teach him, you do this, and then you do this, and then... But what did he find out? He had it where? Inside of him. He had the wisdom. If he just needed to look for it, find it, and use it. Is that true for us? It is.
There's a saying, you have to keep your wits about you. That's kind of what he had to do.
You have to keep your wits about you. There is also this, he was in a very surprising, as you say, adverse position. And do we learn from adversity?
Yes.
Very often the hardest lessons in our life are
That's when we
the
learn.
toughest, right? Yes. Also, the importance of experiential learning. You know, he learned it for himself. It wasn't like somebody wrote down number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, but in learning it himself, he was his own teacher in a way, right? So as we experience things, experiential learning is very important for us. And to awaken to our own potential. We all have this tremendous potential within us. But very often, the world does not teach us that, right? Or it teaches a very limited potential. You have to do this, this, and this in order to do this and this, and you can only do that. You can't, and yet we can be like Jesus was, let that Christ light shine, that God light shine out in all kinds of ways that most of us have never even thought of, and yet it is there for us. So the potential is good, and finding creative solutions in life. It doesn't have to be the same old way. And we get stuck in a box sometimes in our lives, right? We think, well, if I'm going to do this, or this has to happen, it has to happen this particular way. And we block out a lot of the potential and a lot of the good and a lot of the openings that can come through us and from us. And the boy showed that he indeed could turn within and find all kinds of innovative answers to his challenge.
That reminds me of I Am Free, I Am Unlimited, the Unity song.
That is right. I am free, I am unlimited, and that is what we teach.
There's
It's
no
not always
chains-
what we learn.
There are no chains that bind me.
There are no chains that bind us. So there's this profound truth, Jackie, that within each of us lies the innate capacity to rise to whatever occasion, to overcome whatever challenge comes up in our life. We are free, we are unlimited, and without chains. So what did Jesus teach? What did he say to his followers? I thought I had it's John, I want to say John 14. You know, my computer does whatever it wants. I type something and then it disappears.
It's got a mind of its own.
It has John 14:12. It does have a mind of its own. Jesus said to his followers, "Very truly I tell you, the one who believes in me will also do the wonders that I do, and in fact will do greater works than these, because I am going to the Father." Do you think that's true? Absolutely. In New Thought, we see Jesus as the way shower. He's the one that he did not come to be followed. He came to show us what we can do. He didn't come to be worshiped. He came to show us that everything he did and more can we do, because he was open to Spirit. And that's all we need to do, is be open to Spirit. And as we do that, as we open, you know, there is no limit to the power that we have that can come through us, that God power. So what does it look like to do the works that Jesus did, or greater works? Yeah, Arthur.
It can be as simple as being here right now.
Yeah?
Because this is what I've been looking for so long.
Ah!
And I go and whatever, and I don't see it, but it's I guess it's the timing. You got to be ready. You're looking for something, you got to be ready for it.
You
And
got
then
it.
when you see it, you can't be afraid. You can go, well, here it is.
There it is.
Here it is.
That's right. To welcome it, to look for, and then to find what resonates with you, right?
Yes.
Yes. So that was a miracle for you, to find
Right.
us, and
Yes.
us to find you. It works both ways. What else?
Well, my favorite Jesus said was to love one another, and he didn't say love this one or that one. He said one another, which is everybody.
To love everybody.
And
Love,
that's
being love,
A
right?
huge,
And a non-judgmental kind of love for the most
Yeah.
part. Yeah. What else? If we want to be like Jesus was. Understanding. Yeah, Arthur?
You know, everybody, I believe, wants to be like Jesus,
Mm-hmm.
but it's scary. Because you know, to be like Jesus, you're out there.
You are.
You're out there.
And that's why we're talking this series, incrementally
Yeah.
moving up.
the computer did something there.
Uh-oh, we're off. David, we're,
I guess to be like Jesus means you're not you're willing to state the truth, even though it goes against what the current,
Yeah, accept the consequences.
and accept the consequences of it, you know,
yeah.
because it's the right thing.
It's not about being popular.
It's about being right.
It's about listening to your
Yeah.
own just spirit, downloading that, and being willing to stand, to say what is
Being
yours
willing
to
to be
say.
crucified for it.
Absolutely.
You know?
That's
Yeah.
it. That's
It-
it.
I think the tricky part is finding people who you can find or you can see that are thinking or doing that.
Yes.
So where you can either join or follow or be part of it and make it bigger.
Yes. Yes. And there are movements
Yeah.
that one can join with. We're all guided into certain places, and you guys are here because you've been guided, right, to be here. Having faith in the flow of life is a part of that. Listening to our guidance, understanding people, understanding ourselves, transforming things, doing miracles. I mean, Jesus did miracles, and miracles happen when you're open to Spirit. You're walking in miracles all the time. And imagining possibilities. There's just so much. Jesus knew that he was one with God. He opened his entire being. All of his 12 powers were fully open and engaged, and he was one with the one. And that's the scary part, because we lose the ego that wants to be right, the little baby ego, and we spiritualize it.
Yeah, we're running outside our own little box.
Yeah,
But God tells us to go outside your box and
exactly.
do it.
Exactly.
But it's not easy.
No. So I believe that our souls send us to Earth School to learn and to have certain experiences. And I see some nods. And so everything can be a part of our learning, we can incorporate what we learn in the hard. Everybody, is there anybody here who hasn't had hard stuff in their life? No, we all have hard stuff. But we can use it for good, or we can just shut down around it or not really get the lesson out of it. I came across a Sufi explanation, and I have taught this here before, about how our egos can be spiritualized. And it is in the bulletin under the 12 power part. And there's 7 steps. I love this because it's like a map to understand where we are as we grow, and a map to understand where other people are. And, it's not ours we can't make people grow, right? But we can understand why they're the way they are, and this is the consciousness that they hold, and we're in the consciousness that we hold right now. But if we can be open to being grown by Spirit, then, it's just one step and then the next step. So the first step, and a naf is, I believe, an ego. So the depraved naf, the false ego, is the most primitive common state of being. The soul is entrapped in worldly pursuits, struggles, suffers, and blames who? Other people. Okay. You may remember a time when you just wanted to blame everybody else for your own stuff, problems, right? But you get to a place where you begin to take responsibility for your own life. The second step, the ego becomes the accusing naf, blaming themselves and starting the journey towards inner perfection. You have to own the responsibility. In New Thought, we take a lot of responsibility for our own life and our own growth. The third step, the ego has evolved into the inspired naf, experiencing surrender and displaying patience, perseverance, wisdom, and humility. Now, the false ego does not like any of that, right? The false ego does not like to be patient, does not like to persevere, does not like wisdom, and certainly doesn't want to be humble. So when you find yourself in those places, then, or someone else, you can see, wow, this ego is spiritualizing. Then the next is the serene nafs, where the ego has a high level of consciousness with generosity, gratitude, and a sense of contentment, regardless of hardship. You know, we all go through hardships, but how many people can be content in the middle of their hardships? So looking at that. Then the fifth step is the please nap. They are pleased with whatever situation God places them in. And the sixth step is the pleasing nap that becomes a lantern to humanity, radiating energy to everyone who asks for it, teaching and illuminating like a true master. And then finally, the seventh step is the purified nap, the ensign, the perfect genderless human being. So what do you think of those? Have you seen those before?
No,
No,
no.
not like this.
Do you like them?
Yes.
For me, it's like a roadmap. So this is where I'm going. And why do we need a roadmap?
So we don't get lost.
Yes! Because so often we begin to grow into something and people around us will say, what are you thinking? That's not logical. That's not the way to be. And then sometimes we fall back down into old patterns because it goes against, like Julie was saying, against the current of the thoughts around us. But we need to see, oh, no, I'm growing into a more spiritualized understanding of myself and the world. And so I'm going to be different, and it's okay to be different, right? And if I'm crucified, I'm crucified. You get to that point, right, where it's okay to be crucified. Even if God puts us in that situation where you're going to be crucified, it's okay to be crucified. So, so in unity, we have this system, and that is also another map of our 12 powers. And there are a number of books that are written. Charles Fillmore wrote The 12 Powers of Man. Sharon Connors, Reverend Sharon Connors, wrote Adventures in Resistance. Linda Martella Whitsett wrote Divine Audacity. And then there's probably other books that I don't know about. And it's in a lot of unity literature, etc. So I invite you to explore it. There's a lot of things on the internet about our 12 powers. So as I said, today we're starting this 3-month 12-power work. And you may ask, why 12? So Unity, our Unity website says, metaphysically the number 12 always represents a state of spiritual completion. This is true for the 12 tribes, right, in the Hebrew Bible. Jesus had 12 disciples in the New Testament. They represent the principal qualities that constitute the Christ, or our true spiritual identity. And I have never, I guess one time I did a 12-power series. It was about 15 years ago, I think. So it's been a long time. Now there's an acronym that Unity students often use to help us remember the names of these 12 powers. So let us see what these letters represent. They represent the first letter of the word. So lip, Jews, flows. What does L stand for?
Is it life?
Life is one. So there's 2 L's. So we'll say life. What is I?
Imagination?
Good. Julie made an imagination, banner. P. There's one right back there. A banner.
Power.
Power. The power of power. Okay, J.
Joy.
Not joy, and you would think it might be joy. Judgment, which also I would rather call wisdom, and that's my banner on wisdom, which is judgment. Our power to discern, right? And that's wisdom. What's the U? Understanding. What's Z?
Zeal.
Zeal. What's E?
Illumination.
Elimination.
Yeah.
Good one, it is. And interestingly,
The brown one.
the brown one.
Hey, no, we're not talking about just that kind of elimination. We're talking about those bad thoughts.
No, who said that was a bad kind of an elimination? That's a good kind of.
Well, if you don't do it,
Yeah.
if the brown doesn't come out, I tell you, you blow up. But they're also using other words, purification they're using in that as well. So you can, if you don't like the elimination, then you can say purification.
But elimination is a little broader because it covers removing things in your life that don't work or
That's right.
ideas or
That's right,
a lot
could
of
be
things you could eliminate.
a lot of things, that's right. Cleaning your house, right?
That.
What's the F?
Faith.
Faith, we got a faith banner right back there. What's L?
Is it love?
Love, could be love or life, yes, so love. What's O? Order,
Order.
divine order. Julie made a banner on order though. Remember the painted
Oh
one?
yeah.
Yes.
It's like the
The butterfly, and
butterfly.
yes, the spider web, and what's W?
Wisdom.
No,
No?
because wisdom is
wine.
it's not wine. I'm
Wine
sorry,
was
Julie.
that
It is not wine. It is will.
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 But I like it, and will is a word for me. It's just hard to understand. Willingness. We get guidance to do something. Are we willing to do that? Are we willing to step out of our comfort zone, right? Are we willing to search for a community where we feel at home? You know, all of that willingness. Willingness is so important. And then the last one is S.
Is it strength?
It is. It is strength. And strength is, I mean, we think of it as physical sometimes, but to me it's that perseverance, right? It takes strength to continue to do the work that needs to be done. So with each of these, there is a corresponding color, there's a corresponding disciple, there's a body location. It's kind of similar to the chakra system. In the chakra system, there are these different energetic places. And in this system, there are different places where they are seen and understood to live within us. And here's some pictures of where those are. The man is a very old one. I think Fillmore's had that in the very initial or early times of working with it. So, let us go into meditation for a few minutes now. And I invite you to get your paper out and your pen. Does anybody need a pen or something to write on, a book? Because I'm going to lead you in a short visualization and then ask you to write your letter. So let us turn within for a moment. And I invite you to visualize all of these spiritual centers in your mind and your body. And to see them filled with light, with energy. And with gifts for you and the world. Just again, do that inner realm scan. And let your self experience the energy of these centers. See them opening, see them filled with color and energy, guiding you, opening you to a life that is filled with meaning and joy. And then when you're ready, take your pen and write your vision. Write the vision for your unfolding spiritual journey in this next year or even these next few months. Write to the divinity within you. When you're through writing, put it in your envelope and write your name and address on the envelope so we can give it back or send it back to you next year. have all been called to rise up into our greatness. Our souls need us to grow. The world cannot function as it needs to unless we open ourselves to bring our unique gifts fully empowered into this world. My quote to end with is from Hildegard of Bingen. With my mouth, God says, I kiss my own chosen creation. I uniquely, lovingly embrace every image I have made out of the earth's clay. With a fiery spirit, I transform it into a body to serve all the world. And so it is.
Are you going to tell them where to put them in the box by the back door on the way out?
So there is a box by the back door, a wooden box, and as you finish, put them in that box. That's, yeah. That's,
With our address in the front of it?
with your address, just like a letter, like a regular letter.
Address it to yourself.
Self-seal it, address it to yourself. And then next year, if we can remember where we put them, then we will mail them back to you.
Easier in our old church because we had a table at the rear of the sanctuary
We
where
just
they
left
sat
them
all year.
we just left them there. We can't leave our box here, so. And Julie, do you have some special music for us today?
I do. Today is Epiphany Sunday.
Oh, that's
And
right.
Epiphany Sunday is, in the Christian tradition, this is when the baptism of Christ is celebrated, and also where we talk about the visit of the Magi, which apparently took 2 years. It took them 2 years to find the Christ child. And so that's, an epiphany is a really great word. I think it's one of the most beautiful words in English language. It means like a sudden realization that comes to you. So it's kind of like that aha moment that you get, like, oh, I know now. The truth is always out there. And it's always swirling about us, and then sometimes when we're ready for it, we grab it. Okay? So this is a really beautiful setting by an American composer by the name of Gwyneth Walker of We Three Kings.
Mm. after the meditation and the inner awareness, you feel all those parts being, yeah. So let us say our prayer for protection together. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.